Allow me to take you back to the not so distant past, late spring of 2021, a New York City that has just begun to reopen, and imagine what a post pandemic world looks like. Droves of people finally back in the Big Apple streets, gearing up for summer, and not one, but two winning basketball teams destined for the NBA playoffs. Sure, the Harden, Durant, and Irving Brooklyn Nets gave reason for excitement, but it was a scrappy Knicks team that woke up New Yorkers from their COVID slumber. First-year head coach Tom Thibodeau offered a fresh scheme that focused on defense, and the team collectively finished fourth in the Eastern Conference. None of this would have been possible without the renaissance of forward Julius Randle. The Kentucky product finished averaging 24.1 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 6 assists en route to winning the NBA's Most Improved Player of the Year award. At long last, Knicks fans felt like they had a star they could call their own. However, Randle struggled greatly against Trae Young's Atlanta Hawks in the playoffs. He shot an abysmal 29.8% from the field and couldn't carry New York past the first round. The 2021-2022 season felt like a continuation of the playoffs. In many ways, Randle bit off more than he could chew and did not have a stellar second act as the Knicks' leading man. His stats last year were more akin to his marks from the COVID-shortened 2019-2020 season. The reigning Most Improved Player of the Year saw a dip in his per-game points, rebounds, three-point field goal percentage, and assists. About halfway through the season, emotions boiled over and Randle responded to the MSG crowd's booing. Just 1 year after being crowned an unsung hero, he'd become a garden villain that some wanted to deal before the trade deadline. When this season began, the addition of point guard Jalen Brunson gave orange and blue fans hope that this team could bounce back. However, nobody knew how Julius Randle would look alongside Brunson and the continuously evolving RJ Barrett. After the Knicks' home opener against the Detroit Pistons, Randle told the media that a summer of reflection encouraged both him and the team to play a quicker brand of offense.
Watching the playoffs last year and just reflecting over the season, just seeing how the game is transitioning and being played at this faster pace, a lot more ball movement, cutting, just body movement. Is how Tibbs is trying to establish us playing on offensive end.
At the time of this report, New York is 16th in the NBA in terms of pace, a massive improvement from their 29th place ranking last season. This year was set to be an uphill climb for Randle, and he has seemingly found his groove in the month of December. Before December 20th's win against the Golden State Warriors, Randle was averaging 26.4 points and a whopping 10.6 rebounds on the month. On the year, Randle has averaged less assists and rebounds than he did in each of the past 2 seasons, but the addition of Brunson has allowed him to play off the ball more and focus more deeply on moving with the flow of the offense. Additionally, he's shooting roughly 33% from behind the arc. While not an impressive number, it is a small improvement from last year's 30% clip and an important one considering he's taking almost 2 more threes per game. One would be remiss if they didn't mention that Randle is also shooting 54.8% from 2-point range. Defensively, he's been able to bring a brand of passion that allows him to intimidate opposing players. Randle's all-around flair and grit have been a huge part of the Knicks' resurgence this season. Teammate RJ Barrett has certainly appreciated the vet's latest run.
He's going crazy. I don't know. He's hooping, and so. I just hope he can keep it up.
After Randle dropped 27 points in a win against the Sacramento Kings, Coach Tom Thibodeau spoke about what he's been seeing from New York's favorite anti-hero.
Moving without the ball, I think screening, I think playing at a faster pace, I think those things, and I think he sees that, and he's scoring different ways. I think it's sometimes like it's easier to load up on someone when they're handling the ball. And then you're expending a lot of energy like that, scoring that way. And I think running the floor, I think that's helped a lot. I think catching the ball on the move more, I think that's helped. No one wants to see him going downhill, right? And He's reading the game well. If they're sagging off, he's letting it go. He's not overthinking it. And that's been a big plus. His drives are very aggressive to the basket.
Randle's career has been one filled with bumps and bruises. Ever since he was selected 7th overall by the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2014 NBA draft, he's been an individual who's experienced a great deal of adversity on the hardwood. While his current burst of electricity may not be permanent or mean he's the world beater Knicks fans hoped he was just 2 seasons ago, it has certainly reaffirmed his status as an all-star caliber talent that can contribute big buckets, physical defense, and a swagger that only comes from a career defined by bumps and bruises. With WFUV Sports, I'm Colin Loughran.